a car dealership in Wyoming pays the housing for their employees. And they say that that's how they've been able to retain, attract, and keep top tier talent. Now, you tell me what you think about this story. Let's check it out. I'm going to look at this with you. We'll review this together because it was wild when I checked it out.
For more than 20 years, Teton Motors in Jackson, Wyoming, has offered employees affordable housing, with the average rent in Jackson for a 2-bedroom ranging from $1,800 to $3,000 a month. It is a benefit that has become increasingly critical to retaining and attracting talent.
It looked like, the family was going to be here a while, and we needed to be able to provide as much housing as possible for stability of employees. And that's the early 90s is when we started acquiring apartments, condos, townhomes, call it what you will, at that time, knowing it was an issue then and it probably wasn't going to get any better.
One employee says after living in a basement, he is better off both mentally and financially since moving into one of the dealership's housing units.
Being able to have space where people can come visit and actually kind of spread your stuff out and not feel like everything's compacted. And on top of it, the big difference of saving money if I was commuting every day or if I was paying the ridiculous Jackson rent is massive, just because we like to do a lot of stuff outside of home. So being able to actually have money to go and do something or take a little time off and go hunt and not being kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel every week is major differences compared to I know what some other people have to do.
Wow. Now, I can say in all of my years of dealing with dealerships and whatnot, I've never known of one to pay for the housing for their employees. Now, how do you feel like that will be reciprocated at your dealership or any dealerships in your area? Do you feel like if dealerships started acquiring housing and then renting it to the employees at market or maybe even a little bit below market rate, that would help be able to attract better talent and retain it? And I think that kind of has a double-edged sword, okay? Because then you put yourself in a situation, in my opinion, where you're providing housing for people, and let's just say they don't work out as employees. And now when it's time for you to get them out, you got to spend extra money and go through all these eviction processes. So now you got drama at the workplace by this person and in your personal life. Now, on the other side of that, if you're able to attract the right people and you're not a slumlord and they just happen to be a hard worker, I truly believe that this could be a revolutionary way that companies can kind of add that little something extra that could separate them from other companies that are seeking to attract top tier talent. Now, obviously, this isn't just a one size fits all for every single person. But wouldn't that be something if you set up a structure within your pay program or your performance program where your top tier producers, the ones that are performing substantially enough, where it could justify certain investments or to make sure that you can retain them. Like if they live an hour away and they've been commuting back and forth an hour every day, but this person is hard, dedicated, where if they were only 15 minutes away, it'll make it easier for them to get there, save them some money as far as on gas, and it just shows your commitment to them, which can increase their commitment to you. But that's just, my take on it. When I saw this news report, I said, I wonder what my brothers and my sisters and all of my peeps out in the automotive industry would think about this. And I don't care if you're a salesperson, management, or ownership. What do you think about it? And while you're watching this, remember to like this video, depending on which platform you're watching this on. If you haven't subscribe to the channel or to the page. And while you're here, if you are somebody that's in sales, I encourage and invite you to check out the Selling for Success sales training platform. It's loaded with courses, with training manuals, with audios, with videos, everything you need to be able to elevate your game and be a top tier performer. It's got word tracks. It's got all you need to be able to plug and play, which means you can implement it into your process and use it immediately. So check out sellingforsuccess.org, the sales training platform. Other than that, I'm Brian Maxwell. Thank you for stopping in and watching, and I look forward to seeing you at the top.